Welcome to our deep dive into one of the most popular Java interview questions. What is try with resources? This feature is fundamental for writing clean, safe, and readable Java code. In this video, we'll explore what try with resources is, how it works, and why it's a superior approach compared to the traditional try-catch-finally block. Whether you're preparing for an interview or just want to improve your coding practices, understanding try with resources will help you write better Java programs. Let's start by setting the stage and understanding why resource management is so important in Java. Resource management is a crucial aspect of Java programming. Resources like files, database connections, and network streams must be properly closed after use to prevent leaks and errors. Before Java 7, developers relied on the try-catch-finally block to ensure resources were closed, but this approach was often verbose and error-prone. The need for reliable resource management led to the introduction of try with resources, which automates the closing process and makes code cleaner. Let's look at how resource management was traditionally handled and why improvements were necessary. Before Java 7, managing resources required a try-catch-finally block. The finally block was essential to ensure that the resources close method was called, regardless of whether the try block completed normally or through an exception. This method worked, but it introduced several problems. The code was cluttered with boilerplate logic, required null checks, and often involved nested try-catch blocks. Additionally, exceptions thrown in the finally block could mask exceptions from the try block, making debugging difficult. Let's examine a typical example of this approach. Consider the following code for reading the first line from a file using the old try-catch-finally approach. The BufferedReader is initialized, and its close method is called in the finally block. However, this code is verbose, requires a null check, and includes a nested try-catch to handle exceptions from close. If an exception occurs in both the try and finally blocks, the exception from finally will mask the original one, complicating debugging. This example highlights the need for a more elegant solution. The traditional try-catch-finally method for resource management has several drawbacks. First, it's verbose and cluttered, making the business logic less prominent. Second, it requires manual null checks to avoid NullPointerExceptions. Third, nested try-catch blocks are needed to handle exceptions from close, adding complexity. Finally, exceptions thrown in the finally block can mask those from the try block, making debugging challenging. These issues motivated the development of a better solution in Java 7. Java 7 introduced the try with resources statement to address the shortcomings of the traditional approach. This feature allows you to declare resources within the try statement, and they are automatically closed at the end of the block. Any object that implements the AutoCloseable interface can be used as a resource. The result is cleaner, safer, and more readable code. Let's see how try with resources simplifies resource management and eliminates boilerplate code. Syntax for try with resources is straightforward. You declare and instantiate the resource inside the parentheses following the try keyword. When the try block finishes, either normally or due to an exception, the close method of the resource is automatically called. There's no need for a finally block, and the resource's scope is limited to the try block. This approach reduces boilerplate and makes the code easier to read and maintain. Let's rewrite the file reading example using try with resources. The BufferedReader is declared and instantiated inside the try statement. When the block finishes, the close method is called automatically. The code is much cleaner, with no need for manual null checks or nested try-catch blocks. This example demonstrates how try with resources simplifies resource management and improves code readability. Resources declared in the try with resources statement are effectively final, and their scope is limited to the try block. This means you cannot modify the resource outside the block, ensuring safe and predictable behavior. The automatic closing mechanism guarantees that resources are always properly released, even if exceptions occur. This design promotes safer and more maintainable code. The magic behind try with resources lies in the AutoCloseable interface. Any class that implements AutoCloseable can be used as a resource in the try with resources statement. The interface defines a single method, close, which is called automatically when the block ends. Most standard Java resources, such as input stream, output stream, scanner, and database connections, already implement AutoCloseable, making them compatible with this feature. The AutoCloseable interface is simple yet powerful. It defines the close method, which must be implemented by any class that wants to be used as a resource in try with resources. When the try block ends, Java automatically calls close on each resource. This ensures that resources are always properly released, reducing the risk of leaks and errors. Let's look at how standard Java classes implement AutoCloseable. Many standard Java resources implement the AutoCloseable interface. Examples include input stream, output stream, scanner, java.sql, connection statement, and result set. This compatibility allows developers to use try with resources for a wide range of tasks, from file I/O to database operations. By leveraging AutoCloseable, you can write code that is both safe and efficient with minimal boilerplate. One of the key benefits of try with resources is its handling of suppressed exceptions. If an exception is thrown in the try block and another occurs when close is called, the exception from the try block is propagated, while the one from close is suppressed and attached to the main exception. This prevents masking the original cause of the problem and makes debugging easier. Suppressed exceptions can be accessed using the getSuppressed method. To access suppressed exceptions, you can use the getSuppressed method on the thrown exception. This allows you to handle or log additional errors that occurred during resource closing without losing sight of the main exception. This feature enhances debugging and ensures that all relevant information is available when analyzing failures. Try with resources supports multiple resources declared in a single statement. Resources are separated by semicolons and are closed in the reverse order of their declaration. This feature is useful when working with multiple streams or connections, ensuring that all resources are properly released. Let's see an example of using multiple resources in a try with resources block. In this example, a zip file and a BufferedReader are declared in the try with resources statement. Both resources are used within the block, and when it ends, they are closed automatically in reverse order. This approach simplifies code and ensures that all resources are properly managed, even in complex scenarios. You can make your own classes compatible with try with resources by implementing the AutoCloseable interface. This is useful for managing the lifecycle of custom components, such as proprietary resources or third-party integrations. By defining the close method, you ensure that your resources are automatically cleaned up, just like standard Java classes. Let's create a simple custom resource class that implements AutoCloseable. The class defines a name, a constructor that prints when the resource is opened, a doWork method, and a close method that prints when the resource is closed. Using this class in a try with resources block ensures that resources are opened, used, and closed automatically, demonstrating the flexibility of this feature. In the main method, two custom resources are declared in the try with resources statement. Both resources are opened, used, and closed automatically. The output shows that resources are closed in reverse order of their creation, just like standard Java resources. This example illustrates how easy it is to integrate custom components with try with resources. The output of the custom resource example shows the sequence of events. Resources are opened, work is performed, and resources are closed in reverse order. This behavior ensures that all resources are properly cleaned up, even in complex scenarios. Try with resources provides a reliable and predictable way to manage both standard and custom resources. Try with resources offers several benefits over the traditional approach. It improves readability by reducing boilerplate code, making the business logic more prominent. It guarantees safety by preventing resource leaks and ensuring that close is always called. Exception handling is more robust, with suppressed exceptions handled correctly. Finally, it simplifies code by eliminating nested try-catch blocks and manual null checks. One of the main advantages of try with resources is improved readability. By reducing boilerplate code, the business logic stands out, making programs easier to understand and maintain. Clean code is essential for collaboration and long-term success, and try with resources helps achieve this by streamlining resource management. Try with resources guarantees that resources are always closed, preventing leaks that can lead to performance issues and errors. This safety feature is especially important in large applications where resource management can be complex. By automating cleanup, try with resources reduces the risk of forgetting to close resources, ensuring reliable operation. Exception handling is more robust with try with resources. Suppressed exceptions are attached to the main exception, preventing them from masking the original cause of a problem. This makes debugging easier and ensures that all relevant information is available when analyzing failures. Proper exception handling is critical for building resilient applications. Try with resources simplifies code by eliminating the need for nested try-catch blocks and manual null checks. This reduction in complexity makes programs easier to write, read, and maintain. Simplicity is a key principle of good software design, and try with resources helps achieve it by automating resource management. Try with resources is a common topic in Java interviews because it demonstrates understanding of clean code, resource management, and exception handling. Interviewers often ask about this feature to assess a candidate's ability to write safe and maintainable code. Mastering Try with resources can help you stand out in interviews and show your commitment to best practices. Try with resources is just one of many core Java interview questions. Understanding features like exception handling, clean code principles, and resource management is essential for success. Preparing for interviews by studying these topics will help you answer questions confidently and demonstrate your expertise. Modern Java practices emphasize clean code, safety, and simplicity. Try with resources is a perfect example of these principles in action. By automating resource management and improving exception handling, it helps developers write better programs. Staying up to date with modern practices is essential for professional growth and success. The principles behind Try with resources extend to other areas of software engineering, including AI and modern development practices. Clean code, robust exception handling, and automated resource management are important in all fields. By mastering these concepts, you can build reliable and maintainable systems, whether you're working with Java or other technologies. Learning Java and programming involves understanding features like Try with resources, exception handling, and resource management. These concepts are foundational for writing effective code and building successful applications. By focusing on clean code and best practices, you can become a better programmer and advance your career. The Java community is a humble place to learn and grow. Collaboration and sharing knowledge are key to improving as a programmer. By participating in discussions, reading tutorials, and following best practices like Try with resources, you can contribute to the community and enhance your skills. Staying updated with the latest in Java, AI, and software engineering is essential for professional growth. Following blogs, tutorials, and industry leaders helps you keep pace with new features and best practices. Try with resources is just one example of how Java evolves to make programming easier and safer. To summarize, Try with resources is a powerful feature in Java that simplifies resource management, improves readability, and enhances safety. By automating the closing of resources and handling exceptions correctly, it helps developers write clean and reliable code. Understanding and using Try with resources is essential for any Java programmer. The key takeaways from this video are: Try with resources automates resource management, reduces boilerplate code, and improves exception handling. It is compatible with both standard and custom resources, making it versatile and easy to use. Mastering this feature will help you write better Java programs and succeed in interviews. Try with resources is used in many practical applications, from file I/O to database operations and custom resource management. Its simplicity and reliability make it a preferred choice for developers. By adopting Try with resources, you can ensure that your programs are safe, efficient, and easy to maintain. Adopting best practices like Try with resources is essential for writing high-quality Java code. Always use Try with resources when working with resources that need to be closed, and implement AutoCloseable in custom classes. This approach ensures safety, readability, and maintainability in your projects. Common mistakes include forgetting to close resources, not handling exceptions properly, and writing verbose code. Try with resources helps avoid these pitfalls by automating cleanup and simplifying exception handling. Always review your code to ensure resources are managed correctly and exceptions are handled robustly. Advanced usage of Try with resources includes managing multiple resources, integrating with custom classes, and handling complex exception scenarios. By mastering these techniques, you can build robust and scalable applications that handle resources efficiently and safely. When preparing for Java interviews, focus on understanding Try with resources, exception handling, and clean code principles. Practice writing code that uses these features and review common interview questions. Demonstrating mastery of Try with resources will help you impress interviewers and secure your next job. There are many resources available for learning Java and Try with resources, including blogs, tutorials, and online courses. Explore these materials to deepen your understanding and stay current with best practices. Continuous learning is key to becoming a successful programmer. Following industry experts and engaging with the Java community can help you stay updated and learn from experienced programmers. Platforms like Medium, LinkedIn, and YouTube offer valuable insights and tutorials. Stay connected to grow your skills and knowledge. Building reliable applications requires attention to resource management, exception handling, and clean code. Try with resources is a key tool for achieving these goals. By adopting best practices and leveraging Java features, you can create software that is robust, maintainable, and efficient. The future of Java includes continued improvements in language features, resource management, and developer productivity. Try with Resources is an example of how Java evolves to meet the needs of modern programmers. Staying informed about new features and best practices will help you remain competitive and successful. In conclusion, Try with Resources is a must-know feature for Java developers. It simplifies resource management, improves code readability, and ensures safety. By mastering this feature and adopting best practices, you can write better programs, succeed in interviews, and build reliable applications. Keep learning and stay updated to excel in your programming journey. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Try with Resources in Java. We hope you found this video informative and helpful for your learning and interview preparation. Stay tuned for more content on Java, AI, and modern software engineering. Remember, mastering features like Try with Resources is key to writing clean, safe, and efficient code.